thing, and they come in.
Welcome back to Comic-Con Live for IGN. I'm Brian Altano with Terry Schwartz and Clark, Chloe, and Jeff, the agents in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming by. We've brought you large waters to enjoy.
We did.
Yes. A half of a glass.
Here we are.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to IGN.
I don't have a
And
water.
cheers to you don't have a
And
water.
their new
I'm
command
so
headquarters
sorry.
that doubles as a game show set.
Thanks for coming by. How's everything going?
Show.
You
Yeah.
are.
Yes.
You are. And whoever
Boy, did you lose.
whoever wins is going to be dating Ghost Rider, your big news of Comic-Con. Congratulations,
Yeah.
guys.
That'd be fun.
How
It's fiery news.
it's fiery news. It's very
Oh, that was
exciting.
good.
It's going to be all puns.
We're doing a pun
We're
review.
blazing into the next season.
A man who's known for flaming head.
Sounds like things are heating up.
Yes,
Okay.
they
This
are.
makes me sad
It's
because if
hot
Brett
news.
was here, he would be so excited about this. And we lost our beloved Brett Dalton at the end of season 3, but are bringing in Ghost Rider this season. Jeff, how did this happen? This is insane news. It's going to be so big for the show.
It happens the way most things happen, which is it starts with our showrunners, Jed and Marissa and Jeff Bell. We started talking about, as we go into the new season, what is it that S.H.I.E.L.D. does? It goes and it looks for the weird, the unusual, the unexpected, and tries to figure out, is this something that we should capture? Is this something that we should befriend? That's what S.H.I.E.L.D. does. And here's a part of the Marvel Universe that we haven't really gone into before. And so the idea of a flamey-headed, very dangerous, and absolutely wonderfully portrayed by an actor by the name of Gabriel Luna is going to create havoc and fun this season. So when we start like that, you sort of go, okay, story gets generated out of that, and what's the best way for these folks to be dealing with Ghost Rider?
Ask him more questions because we've only read the first episode.
So I'm just going
I like
to
to
ask
really
Ghost
good
Rider
stuff.
get
questions.
information.
Well, I am curious, why Robbie Race for Ghost Rider?
Well, hopefully they'll get to find out more of these things. But one of the things that really attracted us about Robbie is that at the end of the day, S.H.I.E.L.D. is always a show about family. And it is about how these people give up their lives and find connections with each other. And of all the Ghost Riders, and this is confusing if you're not a Marvel fan, I know there's 3 of you, but there are more than one Ghost Rider, and so we had to choose among them. And the story of Robbie Reyes and his younger brother Gabe is really a family story, and so that fits really nicely in with some of the dynamics that have gone on. In particular, the relationship that Agent Phil Coulson, now Agent, has with Daisy, now maybe Quake.
Maybe Quake. I thought we saw Quake at the end of season 3. I thought
But
she's
it's
really
different. It's
Quake.
kind of an emo quick.
It is. I was gonna say
Real quick.
Daisy was in a bit of a dark place when we ended season
Bit of
3 with that time jump.
Lost another boyfriend.
Rough.
Come on, I'm still in mourning over
Okay,
Lincoln.
can I just point this out? Crush, okay? Hydra Nazi. Mom, dad found them. I was like, oh my God, this is so nice. My mom tried to kill me, and then I tried to kill her, and then my dad killed my mom. And then we had to brainwash him, and now he's a vet. And then I find a really nice boy, and he dies in a
Heroically.
space.
Heroically.
Space.
Saved the world and got the
to
girl.
save me, yeah,
Yeah.
which is
So how
And
are
then some
you-
guy
how are
put a
you
big
otherwise?
skull and crossbones on her Tinder profile. She can't even get a date. Everyone's like, don't go there, dude.
She's like, don't even bother. What can we expect of sort of the Daisy and Coulson dynamic this season? Because this is about as separated and distant as we've seen since the beginning of the series.
Yeah, I mean, Daisy's gone rogue, and in my mind, I feel like, my favorite part about playing her is she has so much empathy, and, a lot of people have asked her, like, she's so cold now, and she doesn't want to be with the team, and I don't think it's because she doesn't, I think she cares about them so much that she has to separate herself to protect them, and she'll put herself through the pain that she's going through alone because she doesn't want to hurt the people that are close to her, and she cares about Coulson probably more than anyone, so I think her distance is more of her way of really loving him rather than just being Avril Lavigne and like skater boy.
But we like the Avril look.
Yes.
It works for her.
Yeah.
You're a skater boy now?
Skater. She was a skater.
You got you a guy with a car, right? He's not going to
He
be on
was a Ghost Rider.
So what happened to the motorcycle? We're going for the car instead, right?
That
Robbie
is
has the
Robbie
car,
Reyes,
yeah.
but let's just say this: the Ghost Rider's abilities move into other areas of transportation.
Any vehicle he touches turns into a flaming ghost vehicle. He could be skateboarder of doom, right? He could.
Or-
Can he
Could be.
control,
I'd
can
be
he
a little
control the
frightened by
Zephyr
that.
1?
What
Can
about
he control? That's an
mopeds?
interesting idea.
Right?
Or a
Can he control
hoverboard.
the Zephyr 1?
A hoverboard, a flaming
Hoverboard.
hoverboard.
We're going
I think
in very
all
different
hoverboards
directions
basically
for
are
Agents
Ghost
of
Rider
S.H.I.E.L.D.
flaming.
Yes.
Most of them are exploding out there right now, so they're getting the
Yes.
cold constantly. So we're halfway there.
We are. Now, Coulson, we saw his big goal, again, this like very short tease of what to expect in season 4 at the end of season 3. He's trying to find Daisy, but beyond that, what is his main focus in S.H.I.E.L.D., especially now that he's been, a little demoted?
Yeah, he's been a little demoted. He lost his job, and I think he was surprised to be given that job by Nick Fury at the end of season 1. He did his best to put S.H.I.E.L.D. back together again, and I think had some successes, and at a great personal cost, lost a lot of people he cared about. So everyone's kind of reeling from how much we've lost, and especially I think Coulson, it's not easy for him to have Daisy gone, the runaway child with too much eyeliner. And he's kind of, I think he's messed up by it. That said, I do believe that he doesn't hate having his first name be Agent again. I think he's always been happiest in the field. And if there's an upside to Daisy taking off, it's that suddenly Mac needed a partner. And so to kind of be out there with the incredible Henry Simmons on these
Both
missions
of their
and on these
butts look
stakes
so
up.
good in jeans.
So you guys are in jeans a lot, scoops.
More
Scoops,
like-
jeans a lot this
Yeah.
season.
Daisy Dukes. We're the S.H.I.E.L.D. issue,
They
Daisy
missed
Dukes.
it.
That is what we're calling season 4. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Daisy Duke.
Anything's better than jorts. Just no jorts.
I am so excited about this idea with Ghost Rider coming into the show of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. really like delving into the supernatural. We've done the cosmic stuff with Inhumans. How is the supernatural element of the show going to sort of change everything we know about it?
I think it just comes down to, like everything else in the Marvel Universe, of trying to explain how is that possible. Thor really set the bar by saying magic is just science we don't understand. Obviously, there was a time in our lives when, well, certainly not in my life, but in some people's lives, when fire good, fire bad, fire magic. Sure? Sure. Yes, I'm positive I wasn't there. But I can make sure that you can go back there. I think that's the kind of thing. One of the things that we're looking forward to is that as they encounter this being, is from Fitz and Simmons' point of view of like, I know he says that's what happened to him, but what does that mean in reality? How is that possible?
I'm really curious to see Simmons see this happen and be like, okay, there must be a reason for that, and try and figure it out, because everything's always rooted in science.
Yes.
That we've been able to explain everything. So I kind of want to see Simmons and him interact the most.
It's important to us that the show always remain as grounded as it can be. Yes, there is going to be a Zephyr 1 that's running around. Yes, there is going to be her quaking up a storm. I didn't say quacking.
That's a very different
Wouldn't be
show.
far off.
But we do always want to try to make that so that that's the one buy. In other words, when you set out on any Marvel show, you have to agree there's only going to be one buy, and that buy is, oh, this person has enhanced abilities. If we can explain that in a real world way, and then take the stories and really make them about, for last season, when I watched Clark's incredible performance, going from someone who was so responsible and being the director was so important, and then finding someone that he cared about, seeing how revenge got into his soul in a big way, and realizing what the cost of vengeance is, and very much in the same kind of way that you're out there now trying to find a certain kind of penance for the things that have happened in your life. Those are the kinds of things that bring out someone who is a spirit of vengeance. And so you can see how, in many ways, their actions have caused a reaction in the Marvel Universe.
With Robbie joining the show, is there a chance that we can see Kyle MacLachlan's Cal again? Those are two characters that have a bit of a history in the comics.
Daddy.
I want to go see you petting some puppies in
Right?
Daisy's downtime at the vet.
Nothing is impossible, and we certainly really enjoyed having Kyle on the show. He was awesome.
All right, well, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. returns September 20th on ABC. We'll see if all those questions will be answered or not. I'm Brian. This is IGN. This is Comic-Con Live. So stay tuned. We're doing this all day long. Goodbye.